when the slips cash. It's the most peaceful night's sleep I ever get. And now, it's time to relax.
YouTube faithful, what's going on? It's Taco Tuesday over on PrizePicks. LeBron James is making his return to the ring. Hope you had a good night yesterday. This video went 4 of 4. Unfortunately, Shamit did push, bringing our lineup to 3 of 3. However, he was stat corrected. He did get that assist, and the crazy part is that he shot terrible, played almost 40 minutes. I would have taken it again. There was also almost a full sweep for NFL. The only thing that I missed was Ashton rush receiving yards, but both of my plays of the day, Tyler Lockett and Jalen Duren, smashed. Wasn't even a sweat for Duren. Lockett was, I guess, a little bit of a sweat. Not really, but it was real simple, guys. The fantasy sheet cooked. Everything cooked yesterday, and eventually you're going to have some of those days. This was my fantasy lineup straight from the projection sheet yesterday. James Harden did all of that work and he still stayed under. Tyrese Maxey didn't sit the entire second half, played 41 minutes and only went over by 3. I would have taken under on that all day long. Ware soared, Murphy got there in a blowout, Gordon soared, and then I did the free square. But like I tell you guys in the Discord, make sure you're taking your favorite 2 or 3. Whenever you're just doing 6 legs, you're going to be asking for trouble. More from the fantasy sheet. Wallace under, Queen under points, where I give you guys the tools to be successful. And this was yesterday's YouTube video lineup right here. We didn't even need the Gordon and Duren Goblin. I went conservative because their hit rates are higher. We didn't even need it. We could have taken both of their demons. And then, of course, the NBA play of the day for 2x right there. And then the most free square of them all, Javonte Williams, 15.5 rush attempts. Guys, some days it's going to be that easy. Other days it won't be. But you can see the fantasy sheet and the tools are printing. That is why I focus on them. Yesterday, someone gave me a comment, dude, these videos are so late, and by the time you get done, buddy, let me explain this to everybody. It's not that I'm sitting here playing tiddlywinks during the day. This is the reality. If I wait for the videos to come out later, right, around 4 or 5, and I'm on Central Time, keep that in mind. Some of you guys are in East Coast. The videos will then be more current. Yes, lines will move, but imagine if I did them the night before. By the time people get off work at 4 or 5 to see it, the lines are 100% going to be moved. Number 1. And then number 2, my priority is my Discord server where I do my analytical sheets, my fantasy sheets, I'm coding crush bats. That's my priority. Now I do these videos because I like to do them and I want to help you guys with your process. But sometimes it's, if you think it's too late, or always remember, it's a free video. And if the line is moved, just take the alternate line, the Goblin. The play stays the same, bro. It's like if I like the guy and they bump him up a point, just pivot to his Goblin. It's that easy. Like Duren got bumped up because Cade got ruled out, and you could have taken any of his squares, alternated, and you would have soared over. So it really didn't matter. And Lockett, he was at 29.5 at the video, but he bumped all the way back down to 25 before lock. So perspective, y'all, perspective. So let's find these pairs. It's going to be real simple today for the pairs. Yesterday we avoided the popular play tab, and looky, didn't you know, basically everything hit. Today it's a smaller lineup, a smaller slate, I should say, so it's going to be harder to avoid this popular play tab, but I will give you some options. Number 1, Darren Fox at 19.5 points. It's popular for good reason. It's his team right now. I'm not afraid of Memphis. No Wemby. Darren Fox is going to be having himself a time. Now, if I pull up my projection sheet with the hit rates, you can see his points line on PrizePicks is 26.5. I project him for 25. He went over 25 46% of the time in the simulation that I ran. Okay, so the value is going to show low because 46% isn't above the threshold that I have, which is 55% or higher. Would bringing it, actually, it's in this simulation, it's around 60%, which is why I alternated it down to 19.5. Because look, he's still projected for 25. So if we go back here with Fox, we could take him at even 23.5 would be fine, because it's showing that his projection is right around 25. And don't be alarmed, he could get 27. Okay, very easily could get 27. My projections are pretty much conservative. Now, if you go look at the fantasy sheet, you can see he's averaging 34 minutes in 5 games this season. But look at this usage rate, 27% usage rate for Darren Fox, averaging 1.2 fantasy points per minute. 27% usage rate. That's going to spike with no Wemby, which means the ball's going to be in his hands often, and we have no choice. popular and all, but to go to De'Aaron Fox. Now, obviously, there's a bunch of lines, 23, 22, 19. 19 is going to be the conservative option you can take for your taco pairs, okay? This is the most obvious play on the board, and for that reason, it's going to be popular. Now, another play on the board that isn't obvious is Dyson Daniels. He's not on the popular play tab. His RA all the way down here at 9.5, or his Goblin assists. Now, the next person that I want to discuss is also a brain dead obvious play, Lauri Markkanen, all the way down here at 19.5. Now, Frank in the Discord said, oh, the regression's gonna hit like crack, and he very well could be right. It could be regression season for Lauri Markkanen, but I don't think he's going to regress against the Lakers. Not in this spot. I think him asking for him to get 20 points is well within the realm of possibility. If we go look at him on the hit rate sheet, you can see his line was 25.5 when we pulled the PrizePicks lines. Unfortunately, they bumped it up to 26.5. He is projected for 26.2, so it's a neutral 53%. So I don't mind alternating his line down to 19.5. So we have Lauri and Fox as the easy taco pairs. And when I say easy, I don't mean it's going to be easy. I just mean like this is the most obvious play, okay? Look at the points allowed to power forwards. They're ranked 28th. They're ranked 28th. And if we show his alternate line at 19.5, you're not going to find somebody that hits all these metrics better than Lauri Markkanen. The head-to-heads are green. The last 10 is green. The last 20 is green. It's all green. If he plays big minutes, he's getting 20 points tonight. It's a great matchup. And if you look at the people I've been getting this, covering their lines versus the Lakers, Jeremy Grant, Barnes, Sohan, Jalen Williams, Giannis, and I mean, obviously, Bobby Portis and Kuzma are nowhere near the level of Lauri Markkanen. I'm going with it. 19.5 points. It opened at 24 and it's ending on 26. So if you want to take the full game line, wait until lock because I promise you it's most likely going to drop back down. But do take it at 19.5. I can't tell you guys to get off of it. Pause. Nope, we're talking about basketball. And then if we're going to talk about De'Aaron Fox, I will show you the analytics on him. 20th in points allowed for Memphis against point guards. Overall, they're 21st. Again, it's just a good matchup. His minutes, 34, 33, 35. If he gets those minutes, he should be clearing this line. Look at the similar players from point guards. They've all been covering. These are the two easy goblin squares to pair up with your taco today. Fox and Lauri, okay? And yes, they're popular. If you pair them together, you're not getting paid anything. The idea here is you take your taco and that would give you your 2x or whatever, okay? There you go. That's your double up for the day. Bang. Him or Fox. Either or. Now, if you want regular lines that people aren't talking about and things aren't, on the popular play tab, I got your back. Let's jip and jive. First, we're going to go to the fantasy score. Okay, the first person on the fantasy score is none other than Draymond Green. 25.5 fantasy score. Oh my gosh, Draymond Green. Why? Comment guy, I'm just trusting the sheet. All right, 3-point differential. I haven't projected for 28. The line is 25, so we have a 3-point differential. His floor is 19, his ceiling is roughly 30. He's averaging 28 minutes with a 17% usage rate, but only 0.9 fantasy points per minute. Not very good. 0.9 fantasy points per minute. If Draymond plays 30 minutes, you take 0.9 times 30, and you're going to get over 25. That is why we are going to look at Draymond Green's fantasy score, okay? In addition to that, with Draymond Green, what I like is his RA, Papa. His RA, 11. We get crispy push equity, 16, 16, 9, 6, 5. Orlando's playing at a faster pace. I really think this line is solid, okay? Obviously, you can alternate it down to like 7.5 would be more in tune. And I understand Draymond Green is not sexy play. It's like he's either feast or famine. He's either soaring over or he's soaring under. So it's free chalk or a free square. I did want to throw him out there. I'm not going to waste time with the analytics. And then the run back from that game, you have two options. You can go with obvious Franz Wagner, but what I like is Jalen Suggs. No one's on him today. He gets it done. And real quick, I'll show you Draymond Green in my simulation that I ran. His PRA, 63% of the time it hit, projecting for 22. The line is 19, solid, and the RA is actually low. He still projects for 12, but the line 11, he only goes over 46%. So what this does is my projections here, PrizePicks line is here. My projection here, I run the simulation and it tells me how many times it landed on and how many times it went over or under this number, landing on this number. Okay, I know that's hard to explain, but just know In 46% of the time in 100,000 simulations, he barely went over, which is why the value is low, okay? It's not a slam dunk play, but the PRA, which is why I pivoted to the fantasy score to get that block and steal equity, crispy. Now, we're talking about Suggs, right? Look at Suggs' points assist. I took that last time. His line is 17.5. I have him projected for 19.4, and it hit 62% of the time in my simulation. His PRA as well. The points assist is the highest one. Actually, yeah, it's 62%. And low key, he's been hitting this line, bro. He's been hitting, look, 20, 17, 24, 19. You could alternate this down to 14.5. I don't see how that doesn't hit. Remember, no Bankiro. Now, if you look at the matchup, it's crispy. Points allowed, 28. Assist allowed, 22nd. Points, 17.5. If he gets these minutes and stays out of foul trouble, my man lives in foul trouble, bro. He lives in foul trouble. Okay, but you can see similar point guards, Jamal Murray, Russell Westbrook, even Jose Alvarado got there. So we are going to take the shot on Mr. Suggs. Why Suggs? Because it's a pivot off of popular Franz Wagner. If you go back to the popular play tag, you can see Franz Wagner's the most popular play, and rightfully so, but I just want to find a same game, different path, okay? Obviously, Bane and Wagner are better than Suggs, but Suggs is still, it's a role player, same game, easier path, and then also in that same matchup, Wendell Carter Jr.'s rebound. Nobody's going to like this because the last 5 Kings are in shambles. Even my own models don't like this. This is kind of like a gut call, but I think it's 6.5, even 7.5, goes all the way down to 5.5. I think this has to be considered. I play centers versus the Warriors, period. I don't care who it is. And Wendell Carter grabs rebounds. If he stays out of foul trouble, he should be okay. I don't care who it is. It could be Captain Crush. I attack the Warriors' rim protection. They just don't have anybody. So I think Wendell Carter, my only fear is if they go small ball, Wendell Carter is as good as chalk. So maybe one lineup max. I put him on Twitter last night. I did like it. It is okay. And then I want to talk about Dillon Brooks. This is insane, right? Dillon Brooks has been crispy, going berserk. I don't know why my models like him. I don't. But look at this. Dillon Brooks, points assists, 62%. Points rebound, 60%. Points, 60%. Projects for 20. Pretty sure the books have him priced at like minus 118 or minus 120 to go over this. This is, what timeline are we in? Look at this. The last 5 Kings are just jumping for joy. I would take it at 15.5. But I have to mention this stuff, man, because this is the stuff that's going to pop on the sheets, and I have to let you guys in on it, okay? It's that simple. It's not about what I personally like. We got to go. It's like a police officer, an investigator, a detective. We have to go where the evidence takes us, even if it's ugly. That is rule number 1 in law enforcement. It's the same thing here. Look at this matchup. 28th in points. Now, on paper, it's a slam dunk, but I personally don't like the match. I swear Portland's been playing better defense, but if you look at the overall, it just isn't true. I don't understand it. My eyes are lying to me, okay? When I watch Portland, I'm like, man, they look a lot better defensively, offensively. But Dillon Brooks, you see it here. Points allowed. Look at the micro matchup. 28th. The model loves it. We're getting a slam dunk, a 2-point differential. Heck, 15.5 points. It's in the mix. It's in the mix. It's going in, buddy. It's going in. So we talked about those 4. Now, what I like to do, especially for NBA, is I like to have runbacks. What does that mean? It means I like to have a 1v1 where I take one player from one side and one from the other. That way, if the game shoots out or stays close, I get all that fantasy equity, baby. I get all of it, man. I love it. And there are runbacks from the Phoenix Suns side. There's runbacks from the Utah Jazz side. And speaking of, I did talk about Lauri Markkanen, but I'm going to give you a pivot off of someone that isn't popular, and he sold his soul last time. If you know who I'm talking about, put it in the comments below. Don't cheat. Don't fast forward. But if you know who I'm going to talk about next, let me know in the comments. But before I do, guys and girls, you can get all my models and fantasy sheets, my picks. Yesterday was a master class. Almost swept NFL. The NFL sheet hit. The fantasy sheets have been printing. The hit rate sheets have been printing. Look for yourselves. Everybody's saying the fantasy list is sweat free. Everybody's on that train. Fantasy sheet on point. He's not lying. It's right here, side by side. You can see it 3 days in a row. Obviously, it's not going to win every day, but if you use the tools provided, you'll be successful. And in addition to that, I give you my picks I give you the picks that I like. My roll members give you their picks. I give Flex Friday. Every Friday, I give you guys a chance to win coin. I focus on giving you guys the tools to win. Look at my boy Yant333. He's been in this court since I can remember. He tailed everything during the play of the day. Then he took the fantasy sheet that he tailed Shemet. Then he took the fantasy scores that he liked. Portis, Ware, and Gordon. And by the way, I have live streams 6 days a week, and we go over everything else. Closing line. I talk about the analytics in detail. I teach you guys everything that I know. I don't gatekeep anything. And you can get in for 30 days free if you sign up with Underdog and you play 5, they're going to give you 100. Chalkboard, sleeper, parlay play. If you sign up with Onyx, you're going to play 10, they'll give you 100. Any of these 4 qualify. Outlier doesn't qualify. Something's up with that. I don't know why it's not working. I'm trying to get in contact with them. They're selling their souls. But it is what it is. And you get this price grandfathered in. It will be 35 when Crushed Courts launches, but it's 25 for now. You're grandfathered in for life. It's CaptainCrush.net. It runs through Dub Club. Then you'll get the Discord access. That is what's going to give you all my plays, slips, live stream, models, fantasy sheet, and more, guys. $25, 3 months, 6 months. The 3 months is the best offer you're going to get, period. That is literally 90 days for $60. It's 67 cents a day. It's a big discount, $15 discount to be exact. Now, the live stream will be later today at 5:45 Central, so I hope to see you guys in the mix. Again, it's CaptainCrush.net. Get in there, give it a shot, guys. I know you made coin yesterday off this video. Pay it forward. Now, let's go back to the cook. Now, Dylan Brooks, we were talking about. Now, did you know who the pivot is off Laurie Markkinen? Do you have it? Do you give up? Do you give up, comment guy? He sold his soul for shekels. It's none other than Ace from Space Bailey. That's right, comment guy. 5 fouls in the first quarter last time, or 4 fouls. He fouled out. He sold his soul. And I think everybody's going to be off of him. You can go right back to his PRA. Ace from Space, the pivot. The man is cooking. I'm not afraid of monsters under the bed, baby. I'm not afraid. If you want to take a shot on his PRA, if you want to alternate it down to 14.5, give him a chance. 1 lineup max to get your coin back. Okay, obviously Laurie Markkinen's going to be more optimal, but he did sell his soul, and I know you sold. I know you got sold, so give it a shot. Could do worse. The model says 50-50 on it, I'm pretty sure. And then if you're looking for a run back with Fox tonight, man oh man, you got Cedric Coward as an option, or you can go with Jaren Jackson. The models love Jaren Jackson. No Ja Morant. I cannot stand Jaren Jackson because every time I take him, he sells. But I would say Jaren Jackson or Coward as a 1v1 with Darren Fox tonight if you're looking for a run back on the fantasy score. But just remember, check Onyx odds, check all that stuff. If you wanted a Portland run back for Mr. Brooks, you look no further than Tumani Kamara's fantasy score. His points or his fantasy score, he's projected to go yarn. We will see if he will. You know, it's funny. I've been making my lineup. I haven't been nuking. I've just been doing $5 to $10, $15. And now it's like my losing streak goes away like that. It's hilarious. As soon as I start nuking 300, 400, it just like disaster happens. Throw 5 to 15. It's like, I can't miss. It's just hilarious how that works. However, we are back on Parlay Play and we are going to make this lineup. And the first person is going to be Dylan Brooks. And the reason I like Parlay Play is we have a lot of flexibility with our lines. So we're going to take Dylan Brooks at 16.5 over here. We're going to take Draymond Green's fantasy score over here. That's going to be scary. I'm already scared. I'm shaking in my boots. Then we're going to take Suggs, his points assist. We're going to alternate it down to 16.5. We're at 4x right now. And then my good buddy Laurie Markkinen, we can take him at 19.5. Doesn't really pay much, but it'll put us at 5x. And then Mr. Fox, look, they have Fox on boost here. Hopefully he doesn't get the Parlay Play curse. That would suck, man. These 4 right here, let's give it a shot, man. And remember, don't just take parlays, chat. Please, I'm begging you not to just take parlays, okay? Make sure you take straights. You can do it on Onyx, you can do it on Kalshi, you can do it on everywhere. Now I'm wondering if we should take him out. What does it pay? 4.2. I mean, look how big of a boost we get if we put Fox in there. Now it's 6.3. I'm just worried about his points assist, but you know what? I'm just gonna do 20 to win 100. Nothing crazy. 5x. I'll probably, again, it's Taco Tuesday, so that's probably the optimal place to take lines today. But you have Brooks, Markkinen, Green, Suggs, and don't forget about Fox. I just don't like that they have him boosted here. I want to take the points and it didn't pay enough. I'll just take it with my tacos on PrizePicks. If you want to tail, the promo code is CRUSH across all the websites, guys. I will give you 30 days free of my Discord, and you will get a free square and a deposit match. Can't beat it with a stick. Let's go to PrizePicks real quick and see what this would pay. I just want to see something really quick. If we took our floor goblins, what we're getting with, it's probably not even going to be 3x. Usually you can find 6 solid goblins and get 7x if you power it. It's hard to do, but it does happen. There's a guy in the cord, Stone Cold. He does it all the time. Look at this. These 3 doesn't even pay 2x. 2.6x for 4 legs. I don't think that's worth it. You never want to take 4 to just get 2x, but let's see. Let's see if you added in the taco and then you added in, where's Green? Green's RA or his fantasy score, even his PRA. See, like that, if you did these 4 and then did a taco and Draymond Green, you could get 9x if you power it 6. That's not bad. If you power getting 9x when you have 4 floor goblins? 4 floor goblins plus 2 regular squares. So a taco and then Draymond pays 9x. That's not bad at all. And then if you happen to bink first place, you get 37x. But anyways, that's the video, guys. Don't forget, CaptainCrush.net. I'll see you in that live stream. Here's the salute. Good luck in all your contests. And as always, my brothers and sisters in Christ, let's crush.